There we go. Alright. When we last saw you were racking your brains at Callahan's place. Okay, so we've finished off Piotr's mission. Hi, biker dude.
Yes, Jake.
So, now I'm a world traveler.
The ones in Transylvania, you seemed uncomfortable with them.
May I ask how you happen to come across that knowledge?
You answer my question first.
Yes, I was very much uncomfortable there. I'm not used to hanging out with predators.
It's understandable to be wary of what's different.
Well, that's the thing. They weren't really different. Not at all.
There was a great man who said, "We have met the enemy, and he is us."
Well, that was Pogo. But it's still applicable.
Yep, so saith he. So, the next chapter we're moving along to... I think it will be Josie's closest. Hey, Josie, you want to talk?
Hi, Jake.
Hi.
You're talking about beans.
It's my opinion that chocolate, you know chocolate, right? Theobroma cacao, which translates to food of the gods.
Hey, no proselytizing.
Yes, I am familiar with chocolate.
Doc, on the other hand, seems to feel that coffee...
Oh, well, when you say it that way. I think that coffee, at least the way Mike makes a God's blessing, is easily superior to chocolate. More complex, more sophisticated, less reliant on sweeteners and vanilla and other additives, and less than an emulsifier.
Coffee is so pedestrian, and chocolate has a lot less caffeine. What do you think, Jake?
Me like chocolate.
They're both really, really terrific flavors, okay? Sheesh.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Sheesh.
How awfully decisive of you, Jake.
Yeah, well, look. I can't win. And I'm used to winning all my arguments.
Jake, you can afford to lose at least one.
Right.
So, wait, Josie, do you not want to...
Hi, Jake.
Not to worry, dear. Hormones are surging through our bloodstreams once more.
Not something I've generally had to worry about, I'm glad to say.
Me either, of course.
Of course.
She's supposed to be giving us a mission, so... Don't understand why she's not. Let's see. Is anyone else here that might give us a mission? I don't see Alfie anywhere. Beer me up, barkeep. Hello, TARDIS. Thank you for resubscriptions. It is very definitely appreciated at the moment. Fast Eddie, Squish. Bar person, bar person, boss person. Someone give me a mission. He's just a regular bar person. No luck yet? No. I mean, I did get approved for Job Seeker today, but as they told me, which was not quite the same case as when I joined it in 2009 for exactly a fortnight, it takes a week for them to even start giving you any money. So I'm like, oh, okay, great, thanks.
Good job, Jake. You couldn't have done it without us.
Wait, what? What do you mean I'm ready to get Piotr now? He's here.
I think I'm ready to get Piotr now.
You're positive? This is...
But
Well,
he's-
maybe I'll hang around the...
Fair enough.
He's here.
Hey, now you've got... I figure I...
Hey, you've done your... And
Thanks.
Maybe
Yeah, we talked about this last time. But no, I applied for some more jobs. So yeah, so here's hoping.
Good job.
So, what now?
What now? Well, that's up to you. There's a lot going on tonight.
Such as?
Such as...
Give me a such as.
Let's see. Josie's all in a snit over.
Okay, I'll do...
Y'all come...
I don't know why he thinks I need to go get Peter, considering that we've got Peter now. Okay, maybe if I talk to Doc.
Got any more of those riddles? I was just getting into the swing of them.
Sure, here's one.
Yeah.
Give me another...
All right, here's the...
Okay,
Hi, Jake.
you're talking about.
It's my opinion that,
Hey,
Yet.
Doc,
oh,
coffee...
Maybe I need to.
If I tell you which one I really prefer, one of you is gonna be pissed.
That doesn't matter. Just speak your mind.
yeah, just be honest. Don't worry about losing one of us as a friend over something as trivial as this.
Yeah, you've got plenty of friends. You can afford to lose at least one.
Right.
Well, I guess I prefer chocolate on a more sensuous level.
See?
This is anecdotal evidence. It doesn't prove anything.
If he had said he
Chocolate.
liked coffee better, you wouldn't think so.
Oh, of course I would.
How did all this come up?
Josie reaches into a pocket, unfolds a small brochure, which she hands to you.
This is from my time, Jake.
Cool. You skim the brochure. It's an ad for a brand of chocolate you've never heard of. It also outlines the process of which chocolate is manufactured from bean to bar.
Yeah?
Here, look at this paragraph.
She snatches back the brochure and points to a particular paragraph, which she shoves in your face.
The world's greatest chocolate is believed to have been grown in one small area in the Brazilian rainforest. Unfortunately, this discovery was made too late to save the grove of trees, later designated Theobroma cacao ultimissarum, and exists only in a couple of pods too damaged to be viable. The loss of these trees to the chocolate world can never be estimated, as they were destroyed by the Faxon-Castaroga Pencil Company during its clear-cutting operations in Boa Vista.
It goes on to reveal when the grove was believed to have been destroyed.
When's that?
Tomorrow.
This tomorrow? You mean tomorrow?
That'd be the one. I think we should head right over to Faxon-Castaroga headquarters in Manhattan and stop them.
It's nighttime.
Doesn't have to be. What do you
Yeah.
say, Jake? Want to come along? You're a folk singer. You know how to raise your voice in protest against the pig dogs of the fascist military-industrial complex.
Interesting words from a cop.
You with me or not?
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not? Maybe we'll go down in history.
All right.
It's a wild goose chase, I tell you.
You ready to start, or do you want to stick around for a bit?
No, let's go. Ready where you are.
Ready when you are, JB.
Great. Say your goodbyes if you want, and let's get out of here.
Why, we're just going to tomorrow. Where is she? She out here? You step out of Callahan's and Josie follows right behind her.
Ready?
As I'll ever be.
Follow me.
She walks down Callahan's driveway and out to 25A. You walk slowly behind her, curious as to why she's not taking her cycle or having you drive your truck. And we click through that message. It's one of those things that some messages are just a bit too easy to click through. As you emerge from the dark, urine-scented subway, you're surprised to see daylight.
Hey, just how long were we on that train?
So I rewound the clock a few hours. I thought it would be nice to give ourselves a running start. Besides, I figure we should start at the top, at Faxon-Castaroga, and see if we can't just do this the easy way.
Why'd we take the subway? Why not just zap us here? Or are the time police not supposed to take riders?
Time we can handle. Space, we're not quite there yet. I want to go from time to time, I can do it. I want to go from place to place, I have to hoof it just like everybody else.
Here I thought you could do anything.
No, I only do a few things, but I do them very, very well.
Ooh, missus? This woman is being labeled as a masochist. The woman keeps asking for various flavor of pretzels, and the pretzel man keeps telling her he only has one flavor. She must be from some Scandinavian country where they have a whole department store devoted to different flavored pretzels. Can I talk to her?
I can't. She's speaking pretzelese or something.
10 to 1, this guy doesn't even make the pretzels himself. You make small talk with the pretzel man, who insists on being called the pretzel person. He reveals that his products are actual pretzels, and that they can't legally be called pretzels because they're actually made of dried, reconstructed pretzel flakes. This way, they all come out looking the exact same, and they stack easier for shipment. As if someone would eat something like that. Buying a pretzel from one of these vendors is a form of legalized gambling. Will you get one that's coated with salt over every millimeter, or the one that's got only 3 grains of salt on the whole thing? Are those black lines on the bottle simply scorched, or is it road grit? Will it be stale or totally mushy? Odds of winning are 1 to 3, 6, 4, 4, 309. You give the vendor $1 and he hands you a pretzel. You take a part of the pretzel. It's soft, lukewarm, undersalted, and a little bit greedy.
I think I've had enough.
You see? You spend money on something like that, you end up regretting it. And you spoil your dinner.
You've got
Man.
great maternal instincts.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Man, I want a soft pretzel now. High roller. This freewheeling rollerblader has stopped to look in the window of the sushi restaurant, is checking out the marvelous plastic food displayed therein. The plastic raw tuna is looking especially shiny and surreal today. You tell the rollerblader to get off the sidewalk and into the potholes where he belongs. That must be Bertram, owner of Bertram's Sushi Shack. He looks about as Japanese as Ahmed, the guy who runs your local Texas barbecue joint. Looks Texan. You walk over to Bertrand and ask him how he can afford to sell sushi so cheap. He sighs and signals you over closer, leans over and whispers, "It's all chicken, tinted different colors." How about you, cameraman? The kid whining and shooting looks like a native. He's probably a photography student from NYU or Columbia or the New School.
Nice to see young people advancing.
Ouch. Why in the world would you expose your lousy sense of humor like that?
Sorry, it just lends itself to repeating. A negative, very good feeling from seeing someone with his focus find his role in life.
Uncle! Phew, aperture proud of yourself.
Heh. You ask the camera wielder what he's shooting. He looks as if you're completely deaf and replies, "Film." Hoping the young man may choose to use you as a photographic subject, you try to swagger casually with a carefree, suave and debonair air. Somehow you only succeed in looking drunk and sloppy, tired, loose-necked, and oblivious. There's this lady. This keen-eyed shopper closely examines the posted credentials of the fortune teller. According to the list, the fortune teller is a member of the Professional Psychics Board, the Affiliated Psychics of America, and the Psychic Retailers Association. She's also a contributor to the non-profit cable channeling channel and is a graduate of I Know It About You. Isn't it nice to see that consumers are learning to shop smart? Oh, I can predict for her. I can talk to her. Just to mess with this woman's slightly already mussed-up head, you explain to the woman that this fortune teller was investigated by the Alternate Psychic Readers Accreditation Institute and was found not to be really psychic. She tells you that the Alternate Psychic Readers Accreditation Institute was discredited by the Absolutely Genuine Psychic Council and that no smart shopper would ever give them the time of day. Or even let them predict it. You offer to look into the future for this woman and she looks at you appraisingly for a moment. She comments that you don't even look like a psychic to her. Maybe the Messiah, but not a psychic. Interesting. We may have to come back to that. The Browsing Man. A slightly disoriented, half-blind gentleman, thin webs of skin over his eye, is browsing by the sunlights. In the process, he's touching each and every one of the pairs. The browser introduces himself as Ned Scape and explains that he needs eye slats because of his website. His breath smells like a combination of hot links and Java. Or Java. It makes you kind of want to ooh RL. You'd like to help, but he didn't come with documentation. Is this man? I am a shopkeeper, he says. Here's the shopkeeper's description of himself from the personnel ads. DWM, Tom Selleck lookalike, 47 but looks 30. Brown eyes / hair, height weight proportional, loves the outdoors, travel, animals. Quiet times. ISO S/DF. DWF, 20 to 35, must be thin and attractive, blondes preferred. Photo a must.
Where can I get an outfit like yours?
Independently owned and operated, my friend.
I mean, the outfit you're wearing.
One of a kind. You can't get these anymore. Saw this guy on a computer wearing one of these and said, "Hey, sharp. Had to have this made special."
He got it from the finest Larrys of Laughers.
I'm from the State Attorney General's office.
Get out of here.
I am.
Every bum who comes around here says he's from the State Attorney General's office. Thinks I'm going to give him money for booze. You're the fifth one today. Get out of here.
Josie, what do I tell this guy?
Tell him you're with the FBI.
Hey, I'm not really from the State Attorney General. I'm FBI.
Knock it off.
Don't make me have to prove it.
Right. You know how many so-called FBI agents I get in here every day? In fact, I don't care if you're with the FBI or not. I don't got any hookers here, and I can't arrange anything.
So what do I do now?
Pretend you're CIA.
You flash your wallet quickly at the shopkeeper.
All right, sir. I'm Agent Skulder, CIA. This is my partner, Agent Mully.
You're CIA?
That's right, sir.
Okay. You gotta go to Felt's place. He's got the store same location, next block down. He's got everything you asked for. The nitrous oxide, the anteater, the rotating brushes. He says it's all taken care of.
Well, he believed me anyway.
Did he, though? Did he really?
Do you have any special sales today?
Everything.
You mean everything's on sale?
Now we're having a sale on everything. Every sale's different. The sunglasses are half off, the t-shirts are 2 for 1, the sweaters are reduced 50%, and if you buy a mug, you get a second one for a penny. So, how much you get off depends on how much you have. On what you want.
Interesting.
I'm looking for something in particular.
What?
Oh, okay,
A fake ID.
Which
Why not?
one?
I should get a green card, just in case.
We're out of green cards. They get bought faster than I can print them. Last week I got them in on Monday. Tuesday morning, I sold the last one. Had the stoop to picking up a whole bunch of blank real ones from the Department of Immigration and Naturalization. Ran out of those, too, this past weekend.
good lord. Alright, we might need to come back to him. Depending on what we find we need. From the amazed look of this young man's face, you'd think he'd never seen crappy merchandise before. Then he looks at you, then looks around, you realize his face is just shaped like in a perpetual gawk, much like yours was at his age. You ask the young fella if he's around from here. He looks at you and Josie with seemingly incomprehension and looks away.
Exchange student.
You think?
I hope.
Okay, and then we've got the bag man. Whenever you see a homeless man or woman, you can't help but wonder that 1% of all street people are actually millionaires, either just trying to experience life from a different angle, or who put a few bucks in a bank 40 years ago and forgot all about it. When you try to talk to him, he scowls at you and calls you several rude names. Boy, that's one tired policeman. The policeman takes off his hat and scratches his copper top as he introduces himself as Callahan. Alkaline, even. He can't even tell you how many guys he's charged with battery, but the cells are full. He's an old man. This guy is cool. He isn't wearing baggy pants to be in. He's wearing baggy pants to be old. Oh, the puns. As you get closer to the old man, you realize that he's been keeping a running commentary under his breath. He's either rehearsing or more likely reliving a speech to somebody about not throwing away someone else's mail. This kind of thing creeps you out, so you make an effort not to listen to him. Here's another old man. This old man seems decided about what to do next, but boy, he's glad to be holding whatever's in that bag. You say hello to the man. He explains that he's waiting to meet his son on the corner. They're going to play chess in the park and talk. Maybe then go out for a soda. They'll laugh and talk and generally treat each other nicely and then go home. Just imagine. And they're not even members of the Church of the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Oh. This neatly dressed doorman stands outside the hotel as various people and vehicles pass by. He signals to them with various fingers. You jaywalk over to the doorman and ask what kind of services the hotel provides. He mentions gracious amenities such as free phone calls within a 1-floor radius, free white terry cloth bathrobes chained to the wall to prevent theft, and the in-house restaurant Le Pretendis. Le Pretendines? The continental breakfast features their famous bottomless thimbles of orange juice. But their motto is, we've headed our feet to put the... What? My screen's just turned off. That was bizarre. Just a moment while my screen turns back on. Where were we? Oh, we've headed our feet to put the legs and arms hand in hand with quality. So the doorman explains they actually have daily complimentary airport limousines to the airport of the hotel's choice, but actually the odds are quite decent that you'll make it to the right one. Excellent. And then there's this man, the loiterer. He appears to be holding a conversation with an imaginary 6-foot bouncer called Harvey. Hey, don't you interrupt, Harvey. Your first instinct is to shake this guy by the shoulders and shout reason into his face, but then something holds you back. You can't see anything, but it feels exactly like two strong hands pinning your arms to your sides. Here's a meter maid. The meter maid is merrily writing out a ticket for this car. The foolish car apparently didn't remember the alternate side of street parking regulations are reversed on weekdays between 2:30 and 4:30 p.m. following a Monday holiday, unless a snow emergency exists, except Tuesdays after 6:30 and during street cleaning. Otherwise, when only the 2-hour parking zones on eastbound one-way streets are exempt from extended meter hours, you can't park for more than 10 minutes unless the signs clearly indicate otherwise by permitting those rules to be lifted on alternate weekdays. Unbeknownst to you or the meter maid, the sad truth is that the car's driver, in an attempt to figure out whether or not could park here, suffered a mild aneurysm and was moved to Mount Sinai Hospital. At Mount Sinai, parking is free for intensive care patients unless admitted on alternate Monday holidays on which a snow emergency is declared. Sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's head on into the office building. You enter the office building and take the elevator to the 15th floor. Well, actually, you go to the 24th floor because you got into the wrong bank of elevators. So then you had to take the elevators back down to the lobby and then up to the 15th floor. Technically, though, you didn't make the express elevators back down the lobby because you got out first on the first floor thinking it was the ground floor. It's not. So then you had to take the stairwell down one flight to the lobby. But as you discovered too late, the stairwell doors are locked on the inside. After pounding on the stairwell door for a while, you decide that you'll have to climb up 4x4 and hope to find one of the doors unlocked. 6 flights and 2 elevator rides later, exhausted but congratulating yourself for all the exercise you've gotten today, you emerge on the 15th floor and shuffle into the swank offices of Faxon Castaroga. Ooh. To let you know that this is a hip-hop company that can really swing, Faxon Brass have installed this impressive blank of monitors. And you know, these days, they're currently showing The Stories of a Pencil, starring who else? DeForest Kelly, James Woods, and Twiggy. Oh, there's an applicant here. A tall gentleman is sitting on a couch. From his nervous expressions, the way he whispers to himself occasionally, and the fact that he reeks of Alcavera, this isn't quite masking the smell of fear. You're guessing he's an applicant waiting for his interview, much like I was recently.
Here for an interview?
The man nods yes and weakly chuckles. Oh, Faxon workers. A gaggle of klatchkas are talking about last week's installment of the miniseries. Not with my daughter, you don't.
Excuse me, but who should I talk to about saving a particular kind of tree in Brazil that your company is about to destroy?
The klatchkas stare at you for a moment, taking in your very unbusinesslike attire and slightly raggedy appearance. They all look at each other, roll their eyes, and one of them shrugs. Another one points to the closed door to the left. Then they resume their conversation. Ah, it does say president on there. Let's talk to the lovely receptionist. The receptionist looks like she's sitting on one of those company's products. Ooh, goodness gracious.
Yes?
My name is Jake Stonebender. This is my associate. We'd like to speak to Mr. Kisscolin.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kisscolin cannot be disturbed.
But how will we kiss his colon otherwise?
You're in denial. Mr. Kisscolin is very disturbed, and the sooner you stop enabling him, the sooner we'll be able to help him. Now let us pass.
Uh-huh. Mr. Kisscolin's psychiatric team and his handler were here yesterday. And you were not among them. Nice try, Mr. Stonebender. I'm afraid Mr. Kisscolin isn't receiving anyone from off the street today. But thank you for coming by.
Oh, she's good. She's very good.
Okay, let's keep asking her questions.
Yes?
Tell us about employment opportunities.
I am not human resources. I am the president's personal assistant.
You're George Stephanopoulos?
Faxon Castaroga's president's personal assistant. Human resources is down the hall behind you.
Why are you also the receptionist?
Our receptionist is on the 10th floor. As you would have known had you stopped there first.
We wanted to speak directly to Mr. Kiskolan.
To ask him about employment opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, damn. She ran rings around my logic.
She's good. She's real good.
Yes.
You're kind of cute, in that severe schoolmarmish way.
And you're a terrible liar, in that insincere, transparent way.
So we agree.
What do you want?
I was hoping to use cheap flattery and flirtation to get you to allow us in to see your company president.
You're being honest, at least.
Let us see him.
Why should I?
Because I make you laugh.
I don't hear myself laughing, do you?
We're here to do something constructive, something that will benefit mankind. Maybe not today, but soon and for the rest of our lives.
Now I'm
Chocolate.
laughing. I'm sorry, your cause will just have to wait for an appointment.
That'll be too late.
Like everybody else. Or you may submit your solicitation for a charitable donation in
We're not asking for a damn donation.
writing, and we will get back to you. Case closed.
Why can't you just listen?
Case closed.
I haven't been this angry at anybody, and I can't remember.
I know,
Whoa.
Jake. Don't worry, we'll find a way to get him out of there.
Still have one more thing to speak to her about.
Yes?
I'm sorry. You're obviously practicing the ancient art of Benoit.
She smiles coyly at you in a manner that suggests you've correctly identified the source of her secret amusement. I should come back with a dynamite vest. Whoa.
I could have told you that when we first walked in. It's written all over her.
Cool.
Yes?
Was there,
My name
was
is-
there one that
I'm sorry.
I had other questions to do?
He's expecting us.
He is. And the name?
Just tell him Mr. Carpaccio is here to discuss an overdue loan payment.
Mr. Carpaccio, is it? I thought your name was Stonebender.
That's my street name, honey. You go around telling people your name is Carpaccio, you make a lot of people very nervous.
I can understand
Very.
that. I try to stay away from raw meat myself.
Ooh.
Well, Mr. Carpaccio, I'm afraid you'll need to go to accounts payable, 12th floor.
This was a personal loan in the 5-figure range.
It
Ooh.
was. Now, why would a man worth $20 million take out a tiny loan from a local thug?
I'm not a thug.
If you're not, you will be.
I think not.
Let's not play games.
Then why am I here?
Do you want the truth?
If
Yeah.
you think I can handle the truth.
I am not going to let you in to see Mr. Kiskolan, period. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
That should be your name now, Crystal.
Yes?
My name.
I'm sorry.
Should have seen that one coming. Okay, well, thanks anyway.
Not at all. Don't go in there. Nothing, Mr. Kiskolan, I'm sorry. Be quiet. Mr. Kiskolan is on long distance.
Oh,
We
he's on
need to
long
see you
distance.
about a matter of importance.
I'll call security.
I bet you use that threat a lot. Calm down.
Just thought maybe I could.
You
Whee!
can't go in there.
Just watch us.
It's locked.
I'm going to call security.
Wait,
No,
wait,
no, no,
wait.
no, no.
We just want to speak to Mr. Kiskolan as soon as possible.
He cannot see you without an appointment.
Today, does he have any appointments free?
The secretary cuts Josie short with a shake of her head.
If it's not today, it's too late.
You're a time traveler. Why does it have to be too late? Can't you just, you know...
This isn't exactly an authorized jump as it is. I can't go back and forth and back and forth. Let's get this done, okay? If he doesn't cooperate, we'll just go to Brazil and take the guerrilla tactic.
Brazil?
Why not? There we can always lie down in front of the bulldozers if we have to.
I hadn't thought of that.
Hopefully it's not going to come to that. Hopefully we can settle it here.
I highly doubt that. So that's the way out. There's a gigantic pencil. A cursory examination reveals this to be some sort of gigantic pencil, suspended on fishing line. Doesn't open.
It looks hermetically sealed.
I wonder if hermetically came from the root word hermit.
Do you?
Maybe? You open one of the doors a crack and a tired-looking man at a wood purchaser says, "Yes," without even looking up. Caught without a thought-out response, you say, "See you at the show," and close the door. That also ought to keep him wondering for a while. You confidently stride into the Human Resources Department. The HR manager introduces herself and asks for your application. When she learns that you don't have one, she quickly terminates the conversation and leads you back out to the lobby. What am I supposed to say to this woman to get her to say that she doesn't want these people here? The adjustable vent overhead is supposed to help control the rate of airflow. Since the air in the windowless building is merely recirculated, the vent really controls the rate of infections. It's currently closed. Maybe you want a pretzel? You hold the pretzel out to her. She shudders involuntarily. Maybe I can show her the brochure. She reluctantly takes the brochure, handing it as if it's been dipped in manure, and briskly pages through it. After several minutes of this, she hands it back, positive that it's one of those gag futuristic chocolate brochures that you can buy at any novelty store.
Yes?
My name is...
I'm sorry.
He's expect...
He is. And the name?
No, I don't think he's expecting the name.
That's a little joke. Your name, please?
Ah.
Stonebender. Jake Stonebender.
The secretary glances perfunctorily at the calendar behind her, not really needing to look to know that you're bluffing.
Stonebender. Stonebender. Funny I don't have an appointment for a stonebender. Would you care to make one? We have something open for the 20th of next month.
No, I'm afraid it needs to be today.
That's out of the question. Mr. Callahan is leaving on a business trip late this afternoon, and positively can't accept any walk-in appointments.
Hey. Wednesday, yeah, this one.
What if I told you he's about to be responsible for the extinction of a rare plant species of singular beauty and inestimable value?
Every day's the day he becomes responsible for the extinction of a rare plant species, and they're all amazingly beautiful and of inestimable value.
But we're talking chocolate here.
Then I suggest you contact the chocolate companies and see if they care. I know I don't. I like butterscotch.
I figured you for butterscotch.
Now, if you'll excuse me...
What if I told you it was an emergency?
You're not a member of the immediate family, right?
There's no good answer to that question, is there?
She smiles knowingly and shakes her head.
Because, even if I lied to you about it, you'd know I was lying, wouldn't you?
She closes her eyes and nods her head.
What if I begged?
Out of the question. I'm very sorry.
You're not sorry at all.
That's true. I'm afraid I'm not.
And you're not really afraid either.
No.
What if I said, don't you know how it is?
Oh, I know how it is. I'm as hip to the jive as any of you young people. Let me tell you something in your own language so that you understand. Mr. Callahan is one fly dude. I will not sit here and permit you to diss him, and he is way too fresh for you. So kick it to the curb, my man, what it is. Get it? Got it? Good.
She glowers at you, gritting superiorly, and utterly convinced that she's just delivered a stunning put-down that should shake you to the core of your being.
What if I told you I'm completely at a loss to continue with my life until I speak to him?
The secretary rolls her eyes and flutters her eyelids in a spectacular display of impatience.
Well, you'll just have to put your life on hold until the 20th. Shall I put you down, Mr. Rockefeller, was it?
Stonebender, and you've already put me down.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Does he ever come out of that office?
She looks at you demurely.
The elevators are right out that door and to your left.
It was a simple question.
He often comes out when he hears people abusing their coffee break privileges.
Ooh. The coffee guzzlers ignore the secretary's loud and obvious jab. There we go. So maybe... if I then... either the vent's too high or you're far down too low. Can I move them out of the way now? No? Ah, the bamboo pole, of course. Shaking damp sphagnum from the base of the pole, you take it out of the pot. You can almost hear the plant making nonplussed sounds. Use this to open it. Wielding the bamboo pole like a punter, you're able to push up the little lever and open the louvers. With the vent open, the cacophony of the group on coffee break is broadcast to all the other offices with open vents, including, apparently, Sigmund Kiscolin's office.
Miss Hasselblad, how long has this coffee break been going on?
Only about 5 minutes, sir.
Oh, good. Then it's over.
The employees, properly chastened, take their coffee and shuffle back to their offices.
How long, really?
Coming up on 10 minutes.
Write them up.
Ho ho ho! Sigmund looks at you impatiently.
Yes?
We need to speak to you about your logging operations in Brazil.
What about it?
There's a grove of extremely rare trees on land that you're due to clear cut shortly.
If you haven't already.
And?
Well, we were hoping to persuade you that these trees are worth saving.
Why?
You glance over to Josie.
They produce cacao beans.
Cacao trees are not endangered.
These are.
These aren't regular cacao trees. They're of an extremely rare variety.
The vast majority of our cutting is domestic cedar. We do some cutting in Brazil, all of which is perfectly legal and authorized by the Brazilian government. I deal with...
All we're talking about is...
Let me finish. I deal with environmentalists every day, and I have made concessions to almost every such group extant. I will not now be bullied by the Chocolate Alliance. Thank you for my time.
As you and Josie look incredulously, Sigmund turns to his secretary.
Miss Hasselblad, these came to me by mistake.
He hands some tickets over to the secretary, spins on his heels, walks into his office and shuts the door forcefully. Miss Hasselblad glances at the tickets and tacks them onto the bulletin board behind her. With a smug smile directly aimed at you and Josie, she returns to her work. Whoa! Oh, wow! She threw those! Sigmund's tickets to Brazil are tacked up on the bulletin board. You reach for the tickets, but the secretary grabs your hands.
Excuse me. Step away from the tickets.
I was just looking.
Well, move along. There's nothing to see here.
Oh, how rude. Is there anything else here? There's a post-it note. Miss Hathaway looks over... Miss Hathaway over there appears to be extremely anal about putting post-it notes on absolutely straight and level. She must be trying her best to deny humanity. It has a name and phone number on it, neither of which you recognize. Anything else? Oh, there's a letter. There's a reference. To all spin-off products, in an effort to make best use of our unexploited byproducts, we are taking cue from the popularity of the recent release of low-fat, high-fiber whole wheat bread made with wood cellulose. We are thus proud to announce the following products manufactured and marketed in joint combination with General Food Mills. Twigums. Breakfast cereal with the look and taste of real twigs, just with a touch of honey and brown sugar. Knotholios, individually wrapped, candy-coated knotholes in various flavors. Maple, cedar, pine. Sapu, shampoo made from sap. Washes, conditions, dries, and gets dirty again, all in one shampooing. Okra. It's okra. No, it's oak. Wait, kids, it's both. Once you get past the texture and taste, you can't tell okra from the real thing. Wow. Now there's a post-it note over here. It's been scotch taped to the Mr. Coffee right next to the cleaners and the Excedrin. We figured as long as we were violating trademarks, we might as well go the whole hog. Hog provided by the courtesy of Oscar Mayer. It says the same thing as every post-it note taped to every coffee machine in the country. If you take the last cup of coffee, please turn off the burner to prevent scorching. Well, let's turn these on. You turn the burner on, which begins to heat up the coffee. I'm gonna take the coffee and just pour it away. Figuring that bad coffee is better than not being watered at all, you pour the sludge into the soil. And now we put the coffee pot back on the burner. You set the pot on the burner. Do I just wait? Or maybe I just have to keep looking at it. A few drops in the bottom of the coffee are sizzling cheerfully. The aroma of hot coffee dregs wafts by. Okay, still sizzling. Phew, the stench of scorched coffee pot assails your senses. Hello, Jayla, how you doing? Have you brought the little one with you, or is the little one having a nap? The burnt coffee smell becomes overpowering as the coffee pot begins to smoke. The secretary, her lips pursed tightly enough to make the cords on her back of her neck stand out, goes over to the coffee machine and shuts off the burner.
Now I have to scrape the pot again. Flagrant disregard. Flagrant.
Flagrant! She throws you a dirty look and walks down the hallway with the smoking pot. Maybe we should rephrase that. She is with you. Ah, yes. Ah, she's in her baby carrier on your chest. Ah. This is... I was going to say, it's good to hear. But, I mean, it's good to hear that you and baby are doing well. Other than some grizzly. Where's the elevator? Do I need to open these doors to get out of here? But these are the bonding times, as I'm being told. I'm trying to remember how to get out of here. Where's the exit to the lifts? Ah, the elevator. I saw it for a whole second there. Into the elevator. You push open the glass doors and ring for the elevator, Josie and Tur, as the elevator arrives and carries you swiftly and safely to the ground floor, where you disembark and stroll out into Greater New York. Ah, the limousine driver. A bored-looking gentleman is seated in the limousine, thumbing through a magazine and occasionally searching for body orifice semi-liquids. What?
I'm staying at the Legs and Arms. Are you the airport limo?
Yep. You going to the airport?
Do I need to do anything else? No, not yet. We'll come back to it, because I'm pretty sure I need to get a false passport from this man over here. Oh, hello, Dee Dee.
How are the fake IDs today?
Best in the city. What do you need?
I need a passport.
A passport.
Okay, for passports, I need photos. You got photos?
Can't you take the photos? Don't you carry cameras and film?
Don't you carry cameras? Yeah, but I don't develop.
What about Polaroids?
Look, buy a camera and film if you want it. I'll take the picture for you.
How much would a Polaroid and film be?
They're on sale. Half off the list price. I'll let you have them both for $60.
I don't have that much.
Okay, 55.
Not even in my ballpark.
Sorry, Bob.
Oh, hang on, because we were able to go into the office to visit HR, weren't we? So I think there's something to do up there. There's, like, forms. We just have to find where the forms are. Are they in here? Go through the applications while Josie attempts to block anyone from seeing you.
HMO. Alexander Robert, Asrotanical Thinkacorn, Demeric Clotilde Benson Floydy?
Learning anything?
Yeah, whoever filed these sucks at alphabetizing.
Sounds about right. After a few minutes of fruitless searching, you close the filing cabinet. What about on top? A tray of employment application sits on top. It reminds you of father's words. Yep. Bum, 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 bum. Get a job. Perfect.
What are you planning on doing? Getting a job here and subverting from within?
Not exactly.
With Josie in mind, you take a second application. Now, I did find my other tomes of Peter Spears, so we're going back to King's Quest VII, because this actually has a bookmark in it, unlike the Leisure Suit Larry one, which I lost, which I need to work out where we were. Valenice saw the smile forming of her husband's lips and knew that he understood his adventurous daughter was entirely incapable of passing up the chance of excitement of the chase. She motioned Rosella to hush. "Oh, I forgot," said Rosella. "Go ahead, Mother." "Well, then, I will," said Valenice. "Rosella was gone, vanished. All I could see was her comb lying beside the ground. I picked it up, but when I looked at the pool we were sitting beside, I could see her through, though very far away, through a door that had nearly very closed." Her voice shook with emotion as she recounted the moment of her decision. "I gave no real thought to the wonder or the possible danger of what I saw. I immediately jumped in and followed her. Then something grabbed Rosella and snatched her away. There was murk all around, and I couldn't see where it took her. Then the murk became a whirling wind, hot and filled with yellow dust. When I could see again, I fell out of the sky onto a vast desert under the blazing sun. So strange were my surroundings that at first I thought I must be dreaming, that I somehow imagined everything that had happened. But I could taste the dust in my mouth, and the smell of earth baking beneath the sun assured me I was quite awake. Also, while I did land on my feet, I did not land softly. I immediately began to look for Rosella, thinking that she must come here just ahead of me, but Rosella had not come to this desert. It was a dreadful place," Valenice continued, "but not entirely devoid of its own sort of beauty. The rocks had been sculpted by wind and sand into tortured shapes, quite unlike any I'd ever seen. There was no water evident anywhere, and many plants were covered in sharp, needle-like spines. I caught my skirt on one of them and kept the piece of cloth, hoping I'd be able to repair the skirt later." Bullshit. "But as it turned out, I had no time for such luxury." "Hello, Bree. I was thinking it might be time for us to cross over to Control instead of Callahan's, because I'm starting to flip-flop on my words, on my mouth shapes. We're about roughly halfway through this one. And we'll just save over that. Whatevers. Words are dumb and stupid, exactly.